Hello, friends.
Hi.
Hi, Barb. Hi, Marlia. Hi, Barb's cute dog.
The dog.
It's so cute.
He loves your yoga class. Comes running to your voice.
I love that.
Hey, I'm gonna leave early, like 10 minutes early for my art class.
Your art class? That's what you do?
Uh-huh.
That sounds fun.
Oil painting.
Where do you go to it or do you do it online?
No, I go to the class. It's over on about fifth, maybe fifth east and fifth south.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's it called? The place?
I can't remember.
No. That's so. I want to do art. I want to take an art class. I
It's
used to do
studio.
art.
I think it's called Studio 560 is the whole building. But
Okay.
I can send you info about it if you want.
Will you? I would love that. I want to get. I used to do a lot of art, but I don't really do I have my own little watercolor book that I do, but that's really all I do these days.
Oh, watercolor's hard. Nice.
I yeah, I think I don't know. Oil painting is I guess the biggest thing about that is it's more messy. Like you have to get all the materials out and kind of keep them out to some extent. But I used to oil paint. I like all art. I want to do art classes. That would be good for me. So send me the info, would you? Okay, friends. Hi, Scotty.
Hey, Katie.
Something like advanced today, I guess. Whatever that means. Sounds scary. Just kidding. Okay, do something fun. Let's get this thing going. I will spotlight myself. And then mute you guys. So if you do want to play music or anything, you're welcome to. All right, let's just begin. Let's begin in a child's pose today. So your variation of child's pose, knees can be wide or together, somewhere in between. I'm gonna sit back as far as feels good to you. So maybe your hips come all the way back to your heels, or maybe your hips are a little higher in the air. And as you come into your child's pose, just give yourself a few big, deep breaths. So big, spacious inhales, and then big, open mouth sighs. Ah. Just kind of transitioning from your day into your yoga practice. So whatever is going on in your day for now, just kind of let it fall away. And feel yourself on your mat, feel yourself in child's pose, feel your breath flowing through you. And then after a few big deep breaths in your child's pose, go ahead and rise up, hands and knees, and just start to move through some cat cows as you connect to your ujjayi breath. So inhale to lift your heart and your tailbone, and exhale to round and curl in and hollow out. Just do that a few times at your own pace. And see if you can start to not only feel your breath as it flows through, but also hear it. So create that little whisper noise as you breathe in and out. So feeling into this extension and flexion of your spine. So extension is like you're doing a back bend. Flexion is rounding and curling in. Back and forth a couple more times, like so. Find as much mobility as you can through your spinal column. And then after you've taken those couple more times, start to make your way into a downward facing dog pose. And continue to connect to your ujjayi breath. Feel it, hear it, and use it to support you from the inside. You can kind of feel around in your down dog, cuddle out your heels, give your head a little shake or a little nod. And take one more big inhalation into your down dog. As you exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat and find your way there, forward fold. Once you're in your fold, give yourself a few breaths. So hang out in your fold. You could ragdoll your arms. You bring your hands behind your head and interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. Give the back of your neck some traction. Just feel your breath flowing through you, every little space. With your next inhale, halfway lift position. So spine long, back of your neck long, sides of your neck long. And exhale, release and fold. Do that again. Inhale, halfway lift. Crown reaches forward, tops of thighs press back. And exhale, let it go. And then this time, take it all the way up. So rise, inhale your arms, extend, lengthen. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Flow, inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let it go, fold back in. Root through your feet, connect to your strong core and rise up. Inhale, arms extend, lengthen. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's take one more just like that. Inhale, high mountain, stretch. And exhale, slow dive takes you all the way down into your fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Press into your feet, strong core, take it back up, arms reach up. Inhale. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, adding on a bit. Inhale, reach up. Baby back bend with your exhale, curl open. Inhale, re-extend and realign. And then take a slow dive all the way down and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank pose. Inhale at the top of your push-up. You can come to your knees if you want. And then slowly lower, exhale. Inhale, lift your heart. Cobra, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's keep this flow going. Take a great big inhale, push the ground away. And then exhale, look to the top of your space, step or hop, forward fold. Once you've arrived, spinal extension, breathe in. And exhale, release. Root through your feet and rise. Inhale, arms extend. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more time like that. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, baby back bend, open. Inhale, re-extend, reach up. Exhale, dive down nice and easy. Halfway lift, inhale. This time, exhale, plant your hands, feet back, see if you can keep that exhale going as you lower. Inhale, heart lift, shoulders back and down. Exhale, hips lift, down dog. Let's stay here. Just check in, reconnect to your breath if you've lost it. On an inhalation, take your right leg to the sky. As you exhale, right knee, left elbow, get as close as you can. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, right to right, high on your right arm. And inhale, three-legged. And then last one, exhale, knee towards your nose, step forward softly. And then rise up to crescent. Strong, powerful legs, strong foundation. And then reach up, spread your fingers, maybe gaze up. Feel a little tone in your belly, so draw your belly button in and up to support your low back. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to take a twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Back knee bends to a hover. Imagine you're trying to drag your front hip back and your back thigh forward. Squeeze your inner thighs. Low in your legs. Wide in your arms. Take one more round and see if you can twist a little further or get a little lower. And then inhale, back to center. Crescent lunge. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. And root into your front foot, standing splits, left leg lifts. Relax your neck. Think of this as a one-legged forward fold. Left leg lifts high, spread through your toes. And if high for you is an inch above the ground, that's perfect. Just find your own edge. Weight is in your right foot, but energy is moving all the way up into your left toes. So energize your toes. Breathe up into your toes. Take one more big inhale. And then exhale, set your left foot down next to right foot, top of your space, forward fold. Give yourself just a moment. Maybe you give your right leg a little shake or kind of pedal out your heels. Next time you breathe in, halfway lift position, lengthen. And then exhale, release, and let it go. Root through your feet and rise. Inhale, arms overhead. Hands to your heart, exhale. Keep moving, inhale, high mountain. Baby back bend with your exhale. Cactus your arms. Make it come from your mid and your upper back. Inhale, re-extend, realign. And exhale, dive down nice and easy. Final extension, breathe in and lengthen. And then exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Try to keep that exhale going as you lower. Inhale, heart lift. Shoulders back and down. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, give yourself just a moment, checking in with your breath, reconnecting to your breath. And then inhale, left leg high. Stay on hold or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, left knee, left armpit. Aim high on your arm. Inhale, three-legged. And then last one, everybody, exhale, knee towards your nose, step through softly. And then rise, crescent. Strong legs. High on the ball of your back foot, make your back leg as straight and as strong and as powerful as you can. A little lift in your heart, maybe a little lift in your gaze as well. Take one more in-breath. As you exhale, right arm forward, left arm back, back knee bends to a hover. Squeeze your inner thighs, broaden through shoulders and collarbones. Imagine you've got great big wings, so reach through your fingertips. Take one more round, see if you can twist further or get a little lower. Then inhale, back to center crescent. Exhale, hands to the earth. Standing splits, right leg lifts. So let your neck relax just like you would do in a forward fold. And find a connection to your strong core, lifting you up out of your left leg. Feel your right toes, the ones that are floating. And see if you can make them really active. So spread them apart or wiggle them around. Good job, you guys. Take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, top of your space, forward fold. Give yourself just a moment here. Maybe you pedal out your heels. Give your left leg a little shaky shake. Whatever would feel good. And then inhale to a halfway lift, realign. On an exhale, release and let it go. And then take it all the way up, rise, inhale, arms extend. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, inhale, high mountain. Pause here, right foot is your base, lift your left knee up. So standing staff, flex through your left toes and hug in with your inner thighs. Take one more in-breath. With your exhalation, twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Invitation to grab hold of the outside of your left thigh or knee. And if you want, your left hand could also press into low back. We'll get into the full variation of this pose later. So for now, just keep that bend in your left knee. Focus on balancing and twisting. So squeeze your inner thighs and feel that twist coming right from your center. Broad through your shoulders and your collarbones. If you want an extra balance challenge, see if you can gaze back over your left shoulder. Take one last deep breath here. And then on an inhale, unwind, reach up, maybe extend your left leg forward. As you exhale, listen, just step your left foot back for pyramid. So you're gonna stay reaching up, left foot steps back about a foot or two behind your right. And I like my feet on 2 train tracks rather than a balance beam with all 10 toes facing forward. Bring your hands to your hips and just look down, see that your hips are straight across from one another. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, pull your right hip back, reach your heart forward, and fold over your right leg. So coming into your pyramid pose. Keep pulling your right butt cheek up and pressing the top of your right thigh back. Every exhale, see if you can fold just a little bit further from the inside. So bottom of each exhale, all the way to empty. Dive a little deeper, fold a little further. Take about 2 or 3 more big deep breaths. Good job, you guys. And then end of your next exhalation. Fingertips on the ground, start to walk your hands forward, float your back leg up. This time, instead of a standing split, we're gonna take it into a balancing half moon. So right hand stays down, left arm reaches up, or left hand to left hip. Open through the front of your hips and the front of your heart. Press with your back foot like you're stomping it onto an invisible wall. Take about 2 more rounds here. Maybe you lift your back leg higher. Maybe you open even more. And then we're going to land in a warrior 2 position. So slowly bend your front knee and step your left foot down behind you. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Take a moment to settle in, adjust if needed. All right, shoulders stacked over your hips, weight nice and centered. Next time you inhale, reverse warrior. So front palm rotates up, reach up and reach back, lengthening through your right side. Keep that deep bend in your front knee and keep tracking your front knee towards your pinky toe. Keep wrapping your front butt cheek underneath your body. Keep breathing big and spacious breaths. Take one more inhale in reverse warrior. And then as you exhale, bring it back to regular warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, setting up for triangle. So if you want, you can shorten your stance just ever so slightly. And then imagine there's a rope pulling on your back hip. Reach your right arm forward like you're being pulled in opposite directions. And then triangle pose, right hand towards the ground, left towards the sky. Keep your heart open, keep your hips open. Keep breathing big and spacious. If you want, you can reach your left arm forward or even both arms forward, but make sure you can hold the integrity of the pose in your legs. Strong legs, rooted through both feet. Take about 2 more deep breaths here in triangle. And then from the press of your feet, reverse triangle. So rise up, reach slightly back. Now your front leg is straight, really working the length in your right side. Try to keep your hips level. So not one hip is higher than the other. One more big inhale as you reach and stretch. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, low lunge. From your low lunge, we're gonna add a twist. So left hand down, right arm up. Open up through the right side of your heart. Maybe you even gaze up at your right hand. Legs are strong, inner thighs hug towards midline. Breathe down into your belly, a couple more breaths. And then bottom of your next exhale, release from that twist, walk your hands all the way over to the left long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs, halfway lift, inhale. And then exhale, either fold or anywhere you want to go to explore. You're moving your own way. Feel whatever there is to feel. Notice whatever there is to notice. Be aware of where you're holding the weight in your feet. Try not to rock back into your heels. Take one more great big deep breath here. And then as you inhale, come back to that halfway lift with your fingertips on the ground. Curl your hands to the top of your mat, back to low lunge. From low lunge, back to three-legged down dog. Take your right leg to the sky and open your right hip. Perfect place to stay, or option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down, right arm reaches forward, lift your hips, and breathe down into your belly. Big and spacious. Open through your front body, one more inhale. And then come back, regular down dog, walk it out. If you'd like, well, actually, let's all, just for a moment, bring our knees down and sit back into a child's pose. So just rest, just breathe, and just feel. Maybe a big sigh out your mouth. Ah. All right, and then in your next couple of rounds, downward facing dog once again. Ujjayi breath, great big inhale as you push the ground away. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Halfway lift once you've arrived, breathe in. And exhale, let it go. Root through your feet, rise all the way up, big stretch at the top, inhale. And exhale, hands to your hearts. All right, inhale, high mountain. Pause here. Left foot will be your base. Lift your right knee, flex your right toes. So find your balance. Maybe you focus your gaze on something. Plug in with your inner thighs. One more inhale. And with your exhalation, twist left arm forward, right arm back. You can grab hold of your right leg with your left hand. You can also press your right hand into your low back. So using your hands against your body as a little bit of leverage to work your twist. And feel the twist coming from your center, so not from your arms or your legs, right from your core. If you want that extra balance challenge, you can try gazing back over your right shoulder. Take one last round here. And then inhale, unwind, arms to the sky. You can extend right leg if you want. Pyramid stance with your legs. So take your right foot behind you, about a foot to 2 feet. It depends how long your legs are. You want both feet flat on the ground. And again, I like my legs on 2 train tracks, or my feet on 2 train tracks with all my toes facing forward. So let's bring our hands to our hips and gaze down. See that your hips are straight across from one another. So if your left hip is in front, how can you adjust so that your hips are square? Inhale here, keep pulling your left hip back. And then as you exhale, heart reaches forward. So left hip back, heart forward, and then eventually just fold over your left leg. Your hands can come to the ground or to blocks or to your front shin. Keep pulling your left butt cheek up, 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 and pressing the top of your left thigh back, 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 back. Use your breath to work the pose. So every single exhalation, that's your invitation to dive just a little bit deeper. So you don't necessarily have to see it on the outside, but inside you feel it. Create space with your inhalations. Exhale, move into that space. Take just a couple more breaths. Good job, friends. And then end of your next exhale, we're going to slowly move into our balancing half moon. So fingertips on the ground or hands on blocks. Walk your hands forward. Lift your back leg. Left hand will stay on the ground or a block. Right arm can reach up, or maybe right hand to right hip as you peel your hips open. So right hip stacks on top of left. Back foot presses back like you're stomping it onto an invisible wall. So front of your heart, front of your hips, nice and open. Lengthen in all directions. And breathe into that length. So maybe you can lift your back leg a tiny bit higher. Take one last round here. And then ever so slowly, warrior two. So bend your front knee and step your back foot down. If that didn't happen gracefully, no big deal. You can take a moment to adjust if you need. Shoulders stack over your hips. Left knee tracks towards your pinky toe rather than collapsing inward. And then next time you inhale, let's reverse our warrior. So reach up and reach back, lengthen through your left side. Keep the deep bend in your left knee. Breathe into your left waistline and the space between your left ribs. Soft face, soft jaw. Take about two more. Little tone in your belly to support your low back. End of your next exhale, bring it back into warrior two position. Straighten your front leg. We're going towards triangle, so if you want to shorten your stance just a little tiny bit, go for it. And then imagine that invisible rope pulling your right hip back as you reach your left fingertips forward. So move in these opposite directions. When you can't go any further, left hand towards the ground, right arm towards the sky. Stay nice and open through the front of your hips and the front of your heart. And then breathe, big, spacious breaths. If you want to reach your right arm forward or even both arms forward, you are welcome to. And see if you can feel your side abdominals, those oblique muscles working to help hold you here. Last round. And then from the press of your feet, we'll take it up again. Reverse triangle. So now your front leg is straight as you reach up and back. Keep your hips level. And work the length in your left side. Elongate through your left side body. Keep that little tone in your belly, supporting your low back so you're not flaring your ribs forward. One more inhale. Then exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, low lunge. So pivot to the ball of your back foot, bend your front knee. Right hand down or on a block, left arm up. Revolve lunge. Twisting. Keep your spine long, keep your legs strong, and keep breathing big and spacious. You might gaze up at your left hand. Again with your inner thighs. Last couple breaths here. And then at the very end of your next exhale, release. Walk your hands to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet and straighten out your legs. So, wide-legged straddle now. Halfway lift, inhale. Wherever you want to go as you exhale, you can work your fold or you can explore in your own way. Feel around. You're feeling a headstand, twist, Skandasana, all of those are great options. Job, you guys. Wherever you're working, take a couple more rounds. Next, inhale, halfway lift, hands or fingertips on the ground, so bend your knees as much as you need. And then walk your hands to the top of your mat, low lunge. From low lunge, take your left leg to the sky. So three-legged down dog. Left leg reaches back and up. Open your hip. Stay here if you want, or flip your dog. Left foot comes down, left arm reaches forward. Lift your hips. Open your heart. Breathe all the way down into your belly. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, regular down dog. Just walk out your dog for a moment. And then after a couple breaths, walking it out, set your knees down, child's pose. Good job, friends. Give yourself one more grounding breath, maybe a big sigh out your mouth. And then downward facing dog pose. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, look forward, step, tiptoe, or hop, top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift as you inhale. And exhale, release and bow. Now root through your feet, take it all the way up. Inhale, arms extend. And exhale, hands to your heart. All right, inhale, reach up. Right foot is your foundation. Lift your left knee again. So find your balance first. And then we'll twist, just like we did before. Right arm forward, left arm back. You can do the same thing as you did before. Grab your knee or your thigh. Or this time, if you want, invitation to grab your foot and start to extend your leg. So only extend as much as you can without rounding. So this is as far as I can go without rounding my spine. So this is where I'm going to stay. Press through your heels, squeeze through your inner thighs, and keep your shoulders and your collarbones broad. Make sure you're still breathing. If you want that extra balance challenge, gaze back over your left shoulder behind you. Take one last deep breath. Try to stay balanced. Inhale, standing staff, so unwind. And then as you exhale, you're going to take a curtsy squat. Left toes off the right edge of your mat. Hands to heart, get low in your legs. So bend both knees and just pulse it out for a moment. Take little baby pulses. Let the heat build in your legs. Try to keep your hips as square as you can. So right hip draws back, left hip draws forward. Find your lowest point, hold there one more round. Inhale, high mountain, stretch, reach, lengthen. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. And then plant your hands, feet back, plank. Pause here. Right hand will be your base, side plank, Vashisthasana. So lift your left arm, reach it up. If you want to come down to your right knee, of course, that's completely fine. Maybe reach your left arm forward. Maybe even float your left leg up and see if your hips can lift even higher than. Feel the strength in your right side abdominals, those oblique muscles. Maybe see if you can even feel the strength in your right medial glute, the outside of your right butt cheek. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, plank or modify. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Let's take a Spider-Man Cobra. So hands out wide, up on your fingertips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take a little twist to your right. Dip your left shoulder down. Inhale, back to center, heart lift. Other side, exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Tone your belly to protect low back. Exhale, release. Let's take it up just to tabletop, hands and knees. All right, from hands and knees, moving towards thread the needle. So if you want to, invitation to gate your left leg out to the left. So toes face forward, sole of your foot presses down. Take your right arm out and up. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, thread your right arm through. So come down to rest ever so gently on the outside of your shoulder and the outside of your head. If you don't like having your left leg extended, then just set your left knee down, no big deal. And breathe into it. Big, expansive inhales into your back body, especially. Long, slow exhales all the way to emptiness. job, you guys. Take about 2 or 3 more rounds here. And then if you do have your left hand lifted, bring your left hand back to the ground. On an inhale, unthread your right arm, reach it out and all the way back up. And then exhale, right hand down. Pick up your left foot and swing your left leg back. And then left toes off the right edge of your mat. Kind of lean your hips to the left as you gaze back and look over your right shoulder at your tiptoes. You can feel into it, see what you can find. Make it feel good for yourself, for your body. Get something out of it for you. One last deep breath. And then back to tabletop. And then back to downward facing dog and walk it out. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, look forward and forward fold, top of your yoga mat. Halfway lift as you breathe in, spine nice and long. Exhale, release and fold. And then take it all the way up, rise, big full body stretch, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. All right, other side, inhale, reach up. Left foot is your base, lift your right knee. So standing staff here. And then you know where we're headed. Find your balance first and then work into your twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. You can grab your leg, your knee, or your thigh. Or if you want to go for the full variation this time, grab your foot and start to extend. This is the advanced stuff, you guys. So press through your heel, flex your toes. Only extend as much as you can without rounding through your spine. Feel your strong core. That's what's helping you balance here. So if your core is not engaged, it's going to be really hard to twist. It's going to be really hard to balance. Maybe try gazing over your right shoulder behind you. Take one last deep breath. And then slowly unwind. See if you can stay in standing staff. Reach up high. Inhale. And then exhale, curtsy squat. So right toes swing off the left edge of your mat. Get low and take those little pulses. Try not to look at the ground like this. So not rounding and looking down, but lengthen through your low back. Tailbone reaches down, belly tones. Let the heat build in your legs. You're pulling your left hip back, right hip forward, working them towards square. Find your lowest point now and hold there. One more round. Inhale, stretch it out, high mountain. Exhale, take it down, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank. And from plank, moving into our Vashisthasana, our side plank. Left hand this time is our base. Feel free to bring left knee down if you'd like. Lift your hips really high to stay out of your shoulder and your wrist joints. Maybe right arm forward, possibly right leg floats up. So your personal fullest expression. Wherever you're at, make sure your breathing's still big and spacious. One more inhale. Exhale, plank or modified. Inhale to push the ground away. And exhale, lower slowly. Let's take a Sphinx pose this time. So forearms on the ground. And rather than pressing your belly down, imagine you're trying to lift your navel, your belly button, in and up. Reach your tailbone towards your heels. Reach or lengthen through your low spine. So rather than feeling like your low back is getting crunched up, tailbone reaches down towards your heels, low back lengthens. Press down into your forearms and imagine you're trying to drag your body forward or pull your heart forward. Take one more inhale. Exhale, let it go. Tabletop, hands and knees. All right, this time invitation to gate your right leg out to the right. So extend your right leg out like a half wide-legged straddle. Take your left arm out to the left all the way up. Inhale. And then as you exhale, thread it through. Come down to rest gently on the outside of your shoulder and the outside of your head. Work it however you'd like on this side. Big deep breaths. Good job, you guys. Last couple here. And then nice and easy, bring your right hand to the ground as it's lifted. On an inhale, unthread your left arm, reach it out and up. Exhale, left hand down. Take your right leg back, right toes off the left edge of your mat, and then gaze back. Look at your tiptoes. So kind of lean your hips over to the right. You gaze over your left shoulder and feel into it on this side. And bottom of your next exhale, bring it back to tabletop. And take it back to downward facing dog pose. Inhale, push the ground away, lift your hips high. Exhale, gaze forward, step or hop, top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bow and fold. And then all the way up, big stretch at the top, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Just flowing now, inhale, high mountain. Baby back bend one more time, exhale, cactus your arms, open your heart. Re-extend as you inhale. And then as you exhale, take your dive all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa, and up in a child's pose. So just resting back, forehead towards your mat, hips towards your heels. Just a couple grounding breaths. And then from here, we're going to come into a seat. So rise up to tabletop and find your way into a seated position. All right, I'm going to give you some options. So this will be our hip opener. We're either going to take our outer right ankle to the top of left thigh with our left foot on the ground like so. And you can focus on opening through the front of your heart, getting your heel closer to your butt, getting your legs closer to your upper body. So option one. Or if you want to go a little deeper, this is just different. So double pigeon fire log pose. So your shins are stacked, right shin on top of left shin. Feet are flexed and active. Ankles are strong, so they're not twisted or sickling. And from this place, you can either sit up tall, or you can reach your butt back, heart forward, and then work your way into a nice fold. Relax your neck. Your upper back can round a little bit. Just keep that flexion through your toes. Wherever you've chosen to be, we'll be here for about 5 deep breaths. Send your breath down into your hips. Very end of your next exhale, if you're folded forward, start to lift your upper body. Then unwind your legs, take them out in front of you, shake them out for a moment. We'll take some windshield wipers, so feet at the width of your mat, knees bent, just side to side. Really work your top leg forward and down as best you can. You might gaze the opposite direction. Few rounds just like this. Feel into your low back, feel into your hips. And then when you feel complete with these, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Take our hip opener on the other side. So either left ankle on top of right thigh, like so. Or double pigeon with your left shin stacked on top of your right shin. Flex your toes, strong through your ankles, sit up tall, stay here if you want, or work your fold. So butt back, heart forward, then fold. Just send your breath all the way down, low belly, low back, pelvic bowl. Notice if you're tensing up anywhere, and just by noticing that, see if anything shifts. Give yourself about 3 or 4 more big, spacious inhales and long, slow exhales. And if you want to, at any time, big sigh out your mouth is great. End of your next exhale, if you're folded forward, just slowly start to lift. And then uncross your legs from that little shaky shake. We'll take windshield wipers again, but this time we'll do it on our back. So go ahead and just lower yourself right on down to your back. And once you're there, feet nice and wide. Windshield wiper your knees side to side, slowly and mindfully. Next time your knees fall to the right, just keep them there for about 3 rounds. If you want, you can bring the outside edge of your right foot to the outside of your left knee. Just an option, you don't have to take it. And after about 3 rounds on that side, switch to the other side, and same thing, about 3 deep breaths here. After you've taken 3 deep breaths on this side, bring your knees back to center, and for just a moment, rest with your knees falling inwards, feet stay wide. If you want, bring one hand to your heart space, one hand to your low belly. This is constructive rest pose, so just rest here. And feel into the space of your low back and your pelvic bowl. Breathe into that space. And find a happy baby pose in your next couple of breaths. So lift your feet, grab hold of them. And your happy baby, you can explore however you want. You can just hold and breathe, or maybe you want to extend one leg, then the other leg, both legs even at the same time. From happy baby, if there are any other poses, any finishing poses, final movements, maybe an inversion, maybe just resting with your feet together, knees apart. Anywhere else you want to go, friends? Just give yourself a few rounds to go there. And then eventually start to find your way into your final relaxation. So final relaxation, maybe a corpse pose, or if there's a different position that will allow you to relax more fully, feel free to go there. I'm just gonna read to you. I'm gonna flip to today's date in this book. It's called Journey to the Heart by Melody Beattie. Today's date is the 28th of October, I believe. So we'll see what she has to say for today. It says, let yourself take side trips. You are on a journey, the Native American shaman from Sedona said, but it's not what you think. Don't be like the deer who looks straight ahead and sees only the destination. Let yourself take all the side trips you can. Travel the back roads. Take your time. Talk to people and touch the trees. See all that you have come here to see. Sometimes we need to make side trips into experiences, emotions, situations that take us off center, that take us somewhere new. Sometimes that's where our greatest learning and growth occur. If a side trip is beckoning, perhaps there is a lesson there, an old feeling to be felt, healed, cleared, a new attitude or belief to be acquired, a revelation, a surprise. Remember this. A side trip with all its emotions isn't about another person. It's about you and your journey to healing, freedom, and joy. Ignoring a situation that can take you off center won't take you to the next place. Going more deeply into your own growth process, going more deeply into your soul is what will further your journey. Everything that happens to you can be used, felt, shaped, and transformed to further your journey. This process of growth, of side trips and healing, is your destiny. It's the magical journey of your soul. To get to the next place, we need to leave the comfortable main road we've been traveling. Sometimes a side trip is exactly what we need to make. So these last few moments, friends, just let yourself rest here, knowing that wherever you're at, whatever you're going through, is exactly where you need to be. There are no wrong turns, And even the side trips are part of the journey. Just let yourself rest in that Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And just start to slowly come back into your body, bring wiggles back into your physical body. And then eventually roll to either side, fetal position. Use your arms to guide yourself up, seated meditation. As you come into your seat, feel into the length of your spine and back of your neck. Close your eyes, exhale in your breath. Inhale one last time, circle sweep your arms out, around and up, just gathering in all the effort, all the energy of your practice. And exhale, hands to heart, bring it all into your heart center. Bow your head to your heart and just acknowledge yourself. Thank yourself for showing up, taking time out of your day to do your practice, to connect to your body, your breath, and yourself in a more intentional way, a deeper way. Thank you for letting me guide you, friends. Namaste. Okie dokie. Good job, everybody. We did it.
Thank you.
Another
Thank you,
one
Katie.
down.
You're welcome.
That
Have
was
a good
awesome.
rest of your day.
You too.
See you next week. Bye-bye.